Hi everyone, this is Caly with craftandcaly.wordpress.com. I'm creating a card today using a Mama Elephant set called Chance of Rain. And while this set looks super gloomy because the kids are wearing raincoats and there's rain and umbrella, I've seen so many cute cards made with this stamp set, and I decided I had to have it. And so I'm making a card today using some Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. So I'm going to be stamping this image with some Versafine Onyx black ink on some Canson XL watercolor paper here. This ink is so great, and you can see there that I only tried stamping one time and the image came out super crisp and clear. So it's great for watercolor. I'm coloring the Raincoat in a traditional yellow color. When I decided to pick out colors for this, yellow just came to mind first. That's just what I had envisioned in my head. So I'm using a darker yellow to outline all the lines around this coat, and I'll be coloring the surface with a lighter yellow, and then I'm going to go back over it with the darker yellow again to add those bold lines because I like the way it looks, and so I kept it that way instead of trying to blend it out any further. All the colors used in this coloring process will be listed in the top right-hand corner there for you. On the smaller surfaces, like this brown here, I am just outlining and then pulling the color in using my Ranger detailer brush. So just a little bit of water and a brush if you don't have a detailer brush. I'm using a flesh tone color for the skin tone and adding a little bit of light brown. This is a color called Oatmeal. And I'll continue to blend using the flesh and then alternating with the oatmeal until I'm happy. I'm adding some blush, and I didn't realize how bright it was going to be, so I blended the whole entire face out again with the flesh color pen, and I think it turned out pretty well. On to other colors, I'll be using red for the boots, and again using my detailer brush to blend out some color and adding more pen, more marker for the boots to make it blend a little bit better. And on the umbrella, I'm just going to outline each color of the rainbow for each section of this umbrella, and then I'll be dragging in or blending out the color using my Ranger detailer brush or with a little bit of marker. So I'll continue to finish this, and what I planned on doing initially was using some rubber cement to mask this so that I can color a background. So you'll see here in a little bit that I use that product for the first time, and I think it's a great product for masking. It's what Jennifer McGuire uses, and it's really something that you can get anywhere. I'm sure you can find it at Walmart or Target. Any local craft store would carry it. So you don't need anything fancy to use as a masking product. So once I'm done with that, I pull in my rubber cement here, and what I do is I just dab a little bit on my craft sheet, and then I'm going to use a brush that I had purchased just for this purpose, and I will add a thin layer across the image. And it really doesn't take very much, and you can see there I wasn't very careful and got some on my cardstock, but in a little bit here, there you see that I just rub it off with my finger. So it's just a great product and really easy to work with. I am going to add a little bit of water towards the bottom here because I want this to look like the kid is standing in a puddle of water. So I'm using direct marker onto this water, and you can see that the ink comes out of the marker and kind of it doesn't dry up the marker, but it takes up so much ink that you kind of have to draw a little bit on some scrap paper to get that blue ink to come out of the marker again, because that water has seeped up into the tip of the pen, but that doesn't ruin the pen by any means. You can see here as well that I didn't apply enough rubber cement on the umbrella there where the red is. So I'm adding blue for a blue background, and because of that bleeding from the red where the umbrella is. I kind of give up on the background a little bit. I don't apply more water or color because I was afraid of the bleeding getting worse and worse. So I try to fix it as much as I can. And I also use I keep going over it with my brush, and then I realized that water was probably making it worse. So I kind of dab at it a little bit with my baby wipe to kind of absorb some of that excess water. And so I kind of stopped there. I could have made the background a little bit more blue, but I stopped there and I kind of gave up. So I'm adding a cloud in the top left-hand corner and stamping the sentiment inside the cloud. And then once I'm done doing that, you'll see here in a minute that I'll be rubbing off that rubber cement with my fingers. It's so easy to use and it comes up so easily, and really it doesn't seem like I used very much at all. And if I do this again, I'm going to be applying an extra layer, I think, and making sure that I go over the lines just a little bit to make sure that bleeding doesn't happen again. So since this paper is a little bit curled, I'm going to use some fast views because I don't want those corners to come up. And I'll adhere that to a Daffodil Delight card mat. And I'll adhere this to a card base in white from Recollections that's 110 pounds. And that pretty much completes my card. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and the video. So if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. All the supplies will be listed below in the YouTube descriptions and as well as on my blog. Thanks again for watching and have a great day. I also wanted to say that something has come up and I won't be allowed enough time to make videos and cards as much in the next couple of weeks. But please bear with me and I'll be back as soon as I can to share more videos and more cards. Thank you everyone for stopping by, and I hope you'll stay tuned for my next video.